Well, after playing an outsized role during the nearly two-decade-long U.S.-led war in Afghanistan, Pakistan was not included in the Biden administration's national security strategy this year. Zaman looks at how U.S.-Pakistan ties evolved in 2022 and the impact of U.S.-China competition on stability in South Asia.
This year, Pakistani leaders sought a reset in relations with the U.S.
The relationship between Pakistan and the United States in the past has been two-colored by the events in Afghanistan, other geostrategical or geopolitical considerations, and it's time for us to move beyond that.
The end of the 20-year wartime alliance in Afghanistan left Pakistan out of the Biden administration's national security strategy released in October.
Pakistan, being a strategic partner of China, we cannot really aspire to become a U.S. strategic partner. Pakistan is very keen to have a mutually beneficial relationship wherever our interests converge.
Economic troubles, political instability, and pervasive anti-Americanism in Pakistan make cooperation challenging. After he was removed from office in April, former Prime Minister Imran Khan accused the U.S. of conspiring to orchestrate his ouster, a charge that millions of his supporters believe, despite denials from Washington.
The rhetoric, the anti-Americanism, when it reaches a very high pitch, and the influence it has on Pakistani domestic opinion makes it very hard for the United States to work very publicly with Pakistan.
Images of then Prime Minister Khan meeting President Vladimir Putin in Moscow on the day Russia invaded Ukraine embarrassed Islamabad. But Salikuddin says Russia is not a major factor in U.S.-Pakistan relations.
The deep relationship Pakistan has with China militarily, economically, on the energy front is much more a factor in how the U.S.-Pakistan relationship is shaped.
Many saw engagement with the new government in Islamabad and the Biden administration's proposed $450 million maintenance deal for Pakistan's F-16s as a positive sign. That plan, however, irked New Delhi, which sees such deals as a threat to its own security. Bassett says deepening U.S.-India relations, driven by a desire to counter China, also affect Pakistan's national security.
The cooperation in Quad, the way U.S. is supplying worth $20 billion of defense equipment to India, then obviously U.S. support to India's bid for a permanent seat on the UN Security Council, and then its membership of the Nuclear Suppliers Group. So all these things do directly affect our security.
In October, U.S. President Joe Biden's remarks calling Pakistan one of the world's most dangerous countries for having a nuclear arsenal without cohesion was denounced by Islamabad.
We meet each and every international standard.
The U.S. State Department later expressed confidence in Pakistan's ability to secure its nuclear weapons. Some also worry Washington's competition with China might upset the strategic stability between nuclear-armed rivals Pakistan and India.
You have this cascading security dilemma where Pakistan is looking to India in terms of its weaponry and its strategic balance, and India is looking at China, and China is looking at the U.S. So everyone's looking at the next larger country, but there are second and third order effects of that when it comes to crises, especially between India and Pakistan, China and India, and we, the United States, I would argue, need to pay more attention to those.
2023 is an election year in Pakistan, when a new government will decide how it wants to engage with the U.S. Washington insists it has no favorites and will work with whomever the Pakistani people choose as their leader. Zaman, VOA News, Washington.